Oh, hi. Welcome. I am just posting a little linky poo on social media that we're going live so that people can find us if they need us. Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jill. My name is Jill Blanchard. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I serve my community out of Fort Myers, Florida, at Ritual Wellness Space, and through Becoming Home Healing Co., which is my personal practice. And I'm just so excited. I'm getting us all set up here to start our Mindful Monday. And I just hope you're doing so very well. Going live. I like to come on here as much as possible to have this journey with you. It is Mindful Monday, and we are live here at Ritual Wellness Space on Instagram and over on YouTube. So I'm looking at two cameras here, and I am happy to be here and connecting. I tried to go live last week, and I've been getting over this 3-week cold flu situation. And so I started collective reading and for Mindful Monday last week, and I just did not get very far because I could not stop coughing. But I'm here, and I'm so excited to connect. So as we do on Mindful Monday, I am going to shuffle the cards for the collective, the Ritual Wellness Space Collective, everyone that watches and joins us in community over at Ritual Wellness Space, and just give us a little bit of a message, some encouragement on this journey, because who doesn't need a little bit of that? Some perspective, some nourishment. And then if you care to join us live, if you're able to get comfortable and cozy and take a couple minutes for yourself and not be disturbed, I'll guide you through a little guided meditation in a guided imagery journey. If you don't know me, if you're new here, my name is Jill Blanchard. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist and co-owner of Ritual Wellness Space. And I live to serve you and your beautiful minds, because I think we all deserve to feel really good about ourselves and everything that we're creating. We are so very powerful. Our minds are so powerful. And when we can use our mindset to offer a positive, uplifting, intentional perspective of our lives, ourselves, and the world around us, we step into this powerful creator mode, and we can really manifest such beautiful things. We can feel really good and supported as we work toward our goals. And I'm also an intuitive, so I love to shuffle the cards and connect intuitively. I think hypnotherapy is spiritual, intuitive work, but it's also really practical, and I love that. I love taking the spiritual and the ethereal and the energetic and grounding it into the practical, into our mundane lives, so it can benefit us and serve us as we grow and build and learn and live, laugh, love. So I'm going to connect with the cards for all of us, and then guide us through a little guided meditation. So I'm so glad that you're here. I hope everyone is doing well, because cold and flu season is here, and we are going to think healthy thoughts as we move into December, the holiday season. And so I already started to kind of connect with the cards before I came on, and I pulled, it's kind of called to pull from this oracle deck. It's the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle deck. And I like to use that deck for relationships, but I've also, we have a relationship with everything. We have a relationship with ourself. And so I wanted to pull from this deck. And the cards that I pulled today were Harmonize, Transformation, Battle of the Head and the Heart, which don't we know it all too well, and then Karmic Relationship. So interesting already. It says releasing the past at the bottom. So already connecting to some pretty powerful energy. Conversations about relationships happen a lot over at Ritual Wellness Space, especially recently. If you've been listening to the podcast, watching that, we go live every Wednesday at 7. And Heather Green, co-host on the podcast, she is a powerful intuitive as well, and she is really focusing on supporting people heal relationships, mediating relationships, coaching, and it's really powerful work. And we have a relationship with ourselves, we have a relationship with our businesses, we have relationships with people in our lives. And relationships are powerful mirrors to us, right? They can trigger us, they can bring us the peace and help us see ourselves in a really clear way. And so there's already energy here that suggests that relationships, these really impactful relationships that we have in our life, these karmic relationships, they are here to teach us really profound and powerful lessons and help us see ourselves in a really profound way. And I think that is like a broader perspective. I think it's easy when you're in a relationship to focus on your experience and how you feel in that relationship, how that dynamic with that person supports you, helps you feel seen, and also how they trigger you and how they bring up stuff. And I think a elevated perception or a higher view perspective of these challenging dynamics, especially if you have trauma in relationships. We talk a lot about this when we're talking about womb healing and connecting with just how we share our energy, how we show up in relationships. Other people can have really big impacts on us, for better or for worse. And part of this healing journey when it comes to confronting these challenges in relationships is also about realizing your role in your responsibility and how you show up and respond to these things. And so there is this energy here with harmonized transformation and karmic relationships. This is a time, and I do think December is a time to really look at how relationships are impacting you. And it might be a make it or break it moment for some relationships in our lives, especially karmic ones. When I say karmic, I'm going to be honest, I'm not an expert at understanding like soulmate, twin flame, karmic relationships. I think there's a lot of conversation, there's a lot of debate over what that really all means, and especially like spiritual circles. And I feel, here's my perspective on it. I believe that we all have a soul. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. And I think souls are energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. And so if we are living in this reality right now as a soul learning lessons in this life, we probably are connecting and interacting with people and souls that we've traveled with through lifetimes, through timelines. And maybe you maybe you feel like you've like met a soulmate, or you have like kindred spirits in your life, or you have relationships, whether presently or in the past, where you felt such a strong connection and bond with this person, but it really, like, the bond was so strong, but you also like trigger each other so much. These are like relationships that we experience that are really allowing us an opportunity to grow and to transform and expand. And so relationships are at the heart of this. And I think the question for us in this as a collective is, how are we allowing these connections to transform us, to change us? And how can we take it as an opportunity to really align with what is for us? And if we are in alignment with ourselves, because this is the battle of the head and the heart, desire and your mindset, love and ego, relationships that challenge us can trigger and challenge our ego, when I think our ego there's a purpose for it and it wants to protect us. But it can also kind of be that barrier where we then feel like we have to protect ourselves, and then we stop sharing our love. And of course, we have to do this with boundaries. And I think that what this energy is suggesting, to harmonize. What does my heart say? And is my mind allowing me and honoring me as I make empowered choices in especially situations of karmic relationships or relationships that are very impactful? Am I communicating how I feel? Am I setting these healthy boundaries? And can I allow myself to see things differently and show up differently so that I can honor myself and also honor how I feel in this connection without holding on so tightly to the fear and the risk of what will happen in this connection? This is about harmonizing. And I think this brings up an interesting energy too. And this is me just kind of connecting of like, not all karmic relationships, not all impactful, like powerful relationships like that are meant to grow with you. They're here to teach us a lesson. But I think that's also kind of the risk you take as you honor yourself. You give the other person an opportunity as well. As you honor yourself and harmonize, you give them an opportunity to do the same. Can they grow? Can they rise to meet you? Can you support each other on this journey, this human journey? It can be challenging, but that's why, when you can really connect authentically in relationships, you give each other the opportunity to be witnessed in this life, in this experience. I think sometimes, and I've had these experiences too, like you want to keep and honor a relationship that's important to you. You feel such a strong connection, but sometimes we dishonor ourselves. We sabotage our own desires by either playing small to fit into a dynamic, even if it's not healthy and serving you, or we can sabotage. We can run from our own desires and challenge these connections. So this is just bringing up a really interesting energy, and how we can honor. How can we use this as a way to align with our highest truth, our highest good, what's in alignment for us? What message do we have for the collective today, Spirit? What advice or guidance are you guiding us toward? Yeah. Wow. Okay. We have the Page of Cups, Three of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles underneath that. Okay. First of all, when we look at this card at transformation and harmonize, because this is the big collective energy that's kind of showing up for us. When we align our head and the heart, that is, I think, when we step into this most magnetic, powerful alignment. When our hearts are the most powerful electromagnetic field on our personal, physical, energetic body. And so when you're connecting to your heart authentically, and then your thoughts, your mind, it aligns with the desires of your heart, and you start to think about the reality in which you are living in that reality that honors your heart and your desires. Your thoughts, which are also powerful energetic waves that are like this energetic beacon calling in the things that are a match. It is so important that our head, our minds, and our hearts are in sync and in harmony with each other, because that is how we create powerfully. That's what we do in hypnotherapy all the time. That's what we try and accomplish in one-on-one readings as well, and in the Inner Circle Collective. The Inner Circle Collective is this virtual gathering. We get together every Tuesday at 7:30 via Zoom, and we share goals. We connect with each other on these things that we're creating. We encourage and support each other, and then we do mindset coaching and mindset work to help our minds align with the desires of our heart. Because if we believe and feel in our hearts that we deserve love, abundance, joy. But our thoughts are something, there are thoughts and that we think that are sabotaging, that not quite in alignment, these self-limiting beliefs. And these are things that we've come to learn over time, um, through trauma, through challenging relationships and relationship dynamics. We can take on other people's stuff as well, right? If someone else in your life, maybe you can connect with this, is in lack, or they aren't connected to their love for themselves, that impacts how they talk to themselves, that impacts how they show up in the world, and impacts how they show up in a relationship with you. And this is sometimes where we start to see codependency in relationships, because we feel like we are not enough, and so we need to rely on someone else to give us power. And that is beyond not true. But these are behaviors and thought patterns that we learn over time. And at a certain point, we have to recognize, especially when we're harmonizing our minds and our hearts, we have to realign our thoughts to honor the desires of the heart. And this mindset work helps us do that. But you are the most magnetic when your head and your heart are aligned, and you harmonize your energy and you live in that vibration. And this does call for, it's like there's this new inspiration that is kind of becoming present in our reality as a collective. And this might look different for every individual. And this could be connected to relationships. Maybe this is just this desire to feel desired and loved and feel this creative spark in your relationships, in your life. If it's the relationship with yourself, the relationship with your business, the relationship with your partner, maybe you want to find a partner, maybe you want to reignite this like passion and life force energy, this flow within your friendships and your community circles. Like there's this rising desire to do that. And so we have to empower ourselves to walk away from dynamics spaces that don't offer that. And it's not all about leaving necessarily. This is about releasing the emotional attachment to things that just aren't in alignment. It doesn't mean necessarily that you leave friend groups or leave a relationship or a job, or it's just about releasing the hold that these old, outdated relationship patterns have on us, and choosing not to participate in that dynamic anymore, but showing up with new inspiration. This is about realizing, like, I actually want to feel supported and loved and honored in my journey of inspiration. I want to feel inspired in my connections. I want to feel inspired in the work that I do. I want to feel inspired in my relationships. I want to feel inspired when I create within my business. And so anything that doesn't feel like inspiration, I have to just kind of release the hold that it has on me emotionally, because anything that doesn't quite match that, I'm going to give a little bit of that emotional distance. And that maybe that means that taking your energy away so that you can just really be in your creative power. Queen of Wands energy. Regardless if you identify as a man or a woman, male or female, like creative energy, feminine creative energy. This is about you understanding your creative life force energy and knowing that where you really infuse that focus and that desire and that passion, you are going to see things manifest. You're going to see things grow. You will create this reality for yourself that's in alignment with your joy. And we have to leave the things behind, leave it in the past, release the past so it doesn't hold us down so much. There's just like this new emotional experience happening here with the Page of Cups and the Three of Wands too. This could even be like new energy coming in, new friendships, new partnerships, new relationships, new offers that are genuine. It could be even just like conversations that you have that spark this new like emotional experience that you're having, and it's like life-giving. I love when the Ace of Wands is here because it's about this spark. Wands, the suit of wands in the tarot is really about energy. It's about life force energy. It's about source. It's like sacral, creative energy. And it's sexual energy, really. And like allowing like the indulgence of pleasure and joy, and knowing that and feeling and connecting with that energy in the body and in your work helps amplify the vibration of what you're manifesting, what you're trying to create. And it's like almost like this new energy, this new inspiration that's coming in, that's also kind of inspiring this expansive mindset. Like, oh, if I can feel this, now that I feel this, now that I'm experiencing this new inspiration, it's like, where can this take me? Where can I experience more of this? Who, what, where, when, and why? Excuse me. And allowing yourself the opportunity to just distance yourself emotionally from things that just have maybe not been in alignment with you for a while. And that doesn't necessarily mean leaving things behind and, you know, okay, Heather, I see you, girl. What's up? I got all my pals here and I love it. But it's not necessarily about leaving it behind forever. It's also creating that space so you also can allow others to kind of rise to meet you as well. You get to inspire people when you are in your joy and in your light and in your creative vibration. And I think that's really powerful. Let me see. I'm going to keep shuffling here. And in this energy too, at the bottom of the deck of the Oracle, I'm realizing too, is enter your vortex. Like your energetic vortex. If you have ever listened to Abraham Hicks, they talk about entering your vortex. This personal energy, this energetic portal of creation where you can manifest. And this is all energy work. This is all mindset work. And honoring the desires of your heart is truly such powerful energy work. And you can witness how powerful you are when you are in that alignment and in that vortex of creation. This is aligning with infinite abundance, creative energy, sexual energy, joy. It's all pretty much connected to this vibration of abundance. And you have access to that when you are in this beautiful alignment. Oh my God, under that is aligning with abundance. Abundance is all you. Here's the thing, you have access to abundance all the time. This is truly about you recognizing as well how deserving you are of abundance and where abundance is flowing in your life. And it's flowing in the areas of your life that match your creative energy, that match your spark, that celebrate you and recognize you fully in your creative power. When you shine and you harmonize your head and your heart and you connect with that energy, you become this magnet to everything that's for you. Money, love, opportunities, growth, expansion, everything and anything that is in alignment with you and lights you up. You're going to start to notice these offers too. I promise you. They're going to come in. It's here. It's here for the collective, so it's coming. It's already here. It's just about recognizing it. And sometimes we have to shift our focus away from these things that have been a little outdated, that haven't fed us, that haven't nurtured us, that haven't really inspired us, right? We feel like, maybe we've had to be less or play small in order to fit into those spaces. And this is about growing beyond that and honoring our personal alignment. What other message do you have for us? What more? What advice or guidance? Yeah. So if we're talking about relationships too, listen, Mercury retrograde, notorious for bringing in exes, people from the past. We just left Mercury retrograde. And so if you had anything from the past come back in, let it be a lesson and like a a marker of your growth and success over time. Let it show you how much you've grown since that has been at the forefront of your life. If that resonates. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But even just thinking about these things that used to really hold you back, or you used to overgive, you used to pour into dynamics that could not pour back into you. Maybe you did that because you felt like you had to feel worthy of love, or to receive the kind of love and connection that you wanted. Or maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum. Maybe you undergave. Maybe you avoided. Whatever it is, it's kind of a time now to really confront those patterns and to let it go. The advice here is the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles with the Fool at the bottom of the deck here. Don't mind the Eaten card. That's from a dog, my puppy friend. And I probably should get a new deck, but haven't. It still works just fine. So the advice here is to know where you are clinging to. What are you still holding on to? What still defines you? And where are you clinging, and where are you overprotecting and guarding yourself? And any energy that would suggest this hyperprotective, this guarding, this not making a move. It's time to kind of release these challenges of the past. The worst is over, okay? And now we can move our mindset to shifting into something different. So whether it's something this kind of feels like something that is being reminded or triggered. So it's not currently happening, but it's like the memory and the mindset of being in that experience. It still impacts how we guard ourselves, how we protect ourselves. And you're being encouraged in this window of time, this week, this month, in this present moment, as you reflect on what's working for you, what's not working for you, when you are thinking about what is for you and what you're aligning with and what you want to manifest. Holding on to the challenges and the heartache of the past it's not allowing you to align with what's for you. So when we harmonize, we allow our mind to move past it, to move beyond conflict and past pain, and to also look at our relationships and our collaborations and ask, where are we seeing reciprocity? Where are we seeing collaboration, shared mutual effort, and building something sustainable, building partnerships, businesses, relationships, projects that are mutually beneficial, that are supporting not only us, but help us feel like we are connecting to something greater, a greater network, a collective, or we are contributing to something that benefits us all. What is worth investing in? So this is kind of a time to take stock practically of these relationships that you might be thinking about now, and asking yourself, as you take stock of these relationships and these dynamics, how can I show up when I show up in alignment and harmony, connecting mind, heart, and spirit, my intention for my life and my vision, when I show up fully in myself in alignment, where am I being met? Where am I being matched? Who's matching my freak, right? Who's matching my frequency? And can you give yourself permission when you're starting to see what works and what doesn't? Or where can we tweak relationships? Where can we invest more? Maybe there's been relationships where you have not been investing as much energy in because you've been participating in putting your energy in dynamics that are actually draining you and not supporting you and who you're becoming and the growth that you are undergoing. So this is a beautiful time to kind of recalibrate, take a step back, take stock, and fine-tune these connections, to put effort into building these connections, these relationships, projects, the relationship with yourself. How can you show up in more collaboration and more supportive dynamic, and where are you being supported and met in that? But this feels like a threshold here of expansion. And before we can really expand, we have to take stock of what's really working for us and what's no longer serving us. What dynamics can I no longer participate in because it drains me? It takes me out of alignment with who I am and what I want. And if I can give myself permission to shine and let my light shine, and to really fully embody and connect with my own magic, when I'm in alignment like that and I'm starting to manifest the life that I really want, more money, love, success, abundance in all forms, health, connection, joy. When I call that in because I am in that vibration now, when I'm in my vortex, my personal vortex, can I trust that I'm going to call in the things that are going to support that and honor me as much as I will honor them, and take that leap, because this is about also leaping into the unknown. Again, don't mind my little chewed up card. You don't know what's on the other side, but this is also about trust. Trusting the leap, trusting that when you walk off the proverbial cliff, like the fool does here, can you trust that the universe rises to meet you exactly at the right time? So that's kind of this collective message here of harmonizing the mind, the head, and the heart, so that you can really magnify your energy and connect to this powerful source energy, this life force energy, and share that with yourself, share it with the world, and allow the right connections to come in. And these relationships that are challenged by this, by your alignment, this is an opportunity to create space. And if these relationships are for you and meant to be on your journey, they will rise to meet you. Because when we are in our power, we honor ourselves, we honor the collective, we honor all that is, we honor everyone else. And sometimes when we're in our light, in our highest vibration, when we are harmonizing for our highest good, that can really bother people, because it casts quite a light on their own shadow. When we are in our abundance, in our love, and our joy, sometimes it casts a very strong light on where people feel that they lack. And that is their own perception. That is their journey of lack to abundance. And we can honor that by being in our own power and hoping and trusting that in their own time they will be able to meet us, or not. If you're interested in shadow work and learning more about that, there is a pretty awesome workshop happening on December 13th. That's a Saturday, from 10 to 2 p.m. It's going to be at Ritual Wellness Space, and it is being co-hosted by myself. I will be leading a guided imagery journey in this inner child reparenting visualization exercise for us. Joelle Barbarulo of Divinity Life Coaching, she will be leading a discussion on shadow work and the value of this kind of work and what it means for us on our spiritual journey. A lot of this content is inspired by her book that she's written on the spiritual journey. You can find that on her social media. I will tag her in this, as well as Heather Green, who is my pal and pal over at Ritual Wellness Space. She is a powerful intuitive healer, energy worker, and relationship coach. And she will be doing an exercise with the collective, everyone that comes to the workshop, on addressing shadow work and relationships. No, perfect timing for this workshop, honestly, based off of the energy in the collective. And we will be doing some mirror work, shadow work, inner child work, and kind of exploring all of these topics and how we can do this powerful work within ourselves and within our relationships, to build compassion in our relationships and for ourselves, and to really allow ourselves to step into this transformative alignment. Um, we are evolving. The soul evolves. It is meant to evolve. That's why we are here on this earth. That's why we have decided to live this life. You know, the theory is that our souls choose these lives and these paths that we're on in our current reality, and it's all for the soul's evolution. And it's it's beautiful, and sometimes it feels really challenging. But when we participate in this kind of healing work and this work on consciousness and awareness and really aligning mind, body, spirit, it is really powerful, and you really change the quality of your life and the lives of others around you when you do this. So um, definitely a workshop for to sign up for if that interests you. We have so many other amazing workshops here at Ritual Wellness Space this month. On the 12th, we have a transformational breath work and guided imagery journey co-hosted by myself and Alva Ways. If you've never done breath work, it is so transformational. It is very much somatic work. It helps align the mind and the body to release these blocks, these energetic blocks that we have, and help us really live in this beautiful, conscious experience. It's very clearing, it's very clarifying, it's very healing. And then we integrate at the end of an hour of breath work with a little guided meditation, just to help integrate that powerful work that comes through for you in this journey, in this experience. And there's a lot of other cool stuff happening at Ritual Wellness Space this month. I just shared the December calendar, so I want to encourage you to check it out if that serves you. And you can join us in more spaces, both in person and virtually, starting this month. And that feels really awesome. Connecting practitioners and creatives and entrepreneurs and people who are interested and open to the services that they have to offer. It's a beautiful thing. So without further ado, thank you for joining me for this reading. And if you're interested in staying around for the guided meditation, I want to encourage you to find a comfortable, cozy spot to receive this beautiful guided imagery journey. This should take about 10 minutes or so. And it's just to help you kind of connect and reset. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it really served you. I'm just grateful and honored that you joined me on this live tonight. And whether you can stay for the live on YouTube or on Instagram or not for the guided meditation, you can always catch the recap. It'll save on the grid. If you're interested in any other guided meditations or group hypnosis gatherings, you can find that on my website and on Ritual Wellness Space. But I want to invite you now to get cozy, comfy, hopefully in a space where you won't be disturbed for the next 10 minutes or so. And just allow yourself to kind of drop into this beautiful state. If you've never been hypnotized or had a guided meditation or meditated, or it's been hard for you, it can be, because our minds love to think. And when we are meditating or participating in mindfulness or going on a guided imagery journey, it's not about having the mind stop thinking. The mind was made and created and designed to think. But this is about allowing yourself to be the observer of the quality of your thoughts and how they make you feel, and the feelings that come up in the body as you're thinking those thoughts. And understanding that when you are in your full conscious awareness and power, you actually have so much power and control that you can actually start to change the way you feel by changing the way you think. And so that's why I love to come on here and guide us through these guided imagery journeys, so that you can experience a little bit of hypnosis and the power of mindset coaching and work for yourself in a way that can help you really connect with yourself in a meaningful, empowered way and start your week off on the right foot, honey. So let's get into it. I would suggest that you don't listen to this if you are driving or operating heavy machinery. This is a time for you to fully connect. So as you get cozy, I want us to begin by taking a deep cleansing breath in. And just gently letting it out. And again, as you inhale, fill the belly past the diaphragm and into the chest with this big, beautiful cleansing inhale. And just releasing that exhale through the mouth. Releasing any tension, any thoughts that no longer serve you. Allow your body to settle into the support beneath you, feeling safe, grounded, and present. Bring your awareness to your head, into your mind, noticing the thoughts, the quality of the thoughts. Perhaps you even can notice the quality and tone of the voice that speaks to you when you think those thoughts. Notice the ideas. Maybe these ideas often guide your decisions. This is purely an exercise of observation. Observing without judgment. Because this is an exercise of recognizing that your mind is powerful. It can plan, create, and envision what is possible. And as you breathe and deeply and intentionally, I want you to now shift your awareness down to your heart. Maybe you can help guide your awareness through breathing into the chest, breathing into the heart space. And allow yourself to connect there to that physical space. Feel the warmth, the rhythm, and the natural wisdom that resides there. Your heart knows your deepest desires, your truest feelings, and the love and compassion that flows both to yourself and to others. Perhaps you can even feel your heart beating gently, consistently, patiently. And as you rest, eyes closed and breathing intentionally, I want you to now imagine this golden thread connecting your head to your heart. Perhaps you can see it shining, pulsing, that light that moves with your breath, that connects this golden thread to your head, from your head to your heart. And with each inhale, the thread strengthens. With each exhale, it expands. And notice the harmony beginning to form between your thoughts and your feelings. Your mind and your heart beginning to align. And if you connect with a feeling in your heart space that is loving and warm, open and expansive, allow the thoughts to be just as so. Think of a loving thought for yourself, for someone close to you, and as you feel that thought, notice how the heart responds. I want to invite you to visualize a beautiful, radiant space. within you where your mind and your heart meet. Here you can feel clarity, wisdom, and love all at once in the space that you create for yourself. Imagine the things you most desire, your intentions, your dreams, your goals. See them as already existing, held gently by the harmony between your thoughts and your feelings. Allow yourself to feel into this reality, the sense of alignment, the knowing that when your head and heart are in harmony, you create a powerful present moment. Here, you can release old patterns. You can heal heartache. You can transform relationships, not by forcing or pushing, but by gently holding space for what is true for you. And as you breathe into this connection, imagine a warm light radiating from your heart throughout your body, and a soft, luminous glow in your mind. Feel the two lights merging, creating a calm, expansive energy that supports your growth, your well-being, and your highest potential. Take a few moments here and allow any insights, feelings of peace, or visions of your aligned self to arise naturally. And know that you can return to this space anytime you wish. This place where your mind and heart are in harmony, and where your truest desires are nurtured and supported. And from this place, you create this reality. The more you can connect to this place in your mind, and you can consciously, in your daily life, align your heart and your mind, aligning your thoughts to the desires of your heart. You connect even more strongly to your highest potential. And the more you can connect to this space, you can harmonize your head and your heart. You become this powerful magnet where you manifest and call in everything that is a vibrational match to you and the desires of your heart. Now slowly bring your awareness back to the room, feeling the surface beneath you, the sounds around you, and the rhythm of your breath. Feeling this beautiful harmonizing energy integrate into your body, into your heart, into your mind as you gently wiggle your fingers and toes, stretching if it feels right. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, carrying with you this sense of alignment, clarity, and harmony, knowing that your head and your heart are now working together to create your reality from a place of love, joy, and deep alignment and connection. That is a really joyful, harmonizing visualization exercise that you can do anytime you want to practice stepping into your personal vortex of creation, aligning your thoughts with your heart, because I think that's That's what it is. Your heart knows the truth. And it's much easier to shift your thoughts to align with your heart than the other way around, especially because our thoughts can be limiting. And that's why this kind of mindset work, this energy work, this work that comes with personal development is really important, because we can change and shift that narrative and that inner script, those things that we tell ourselves about what's possible and what's not. We can expand our mindset to be in alignment with abundance, to be in alignment with the things that we value most. And I'm just grateful that you took time today to do that for yourself, to align with your highest potential, to align with your desires and your love and your joy. And I think we should do this as much as we can, as much as possible, because you deserve to have the things that you want because you want them. That's something my friend Heather tells me all the time. And so I can't help but believe it. And I see it unfold in my life all the time. And the more I do this work with you and for myself and share it here and with my clients and with my colleagues, the more I start to realize it and recognize the alignment, the flow in my life. And I really, really am so grateful for the opportunity to share that with you. And so thank you for joining me. If you want to catch this recap, it'll be saved on the grid for you. And if you're interested in more guided meditations, you can find those on my website. You can find previous Mindful Monday meditations on the Ritual Wellness Space YouTube. If you are interested in spaces like this, now you can join us, the Inner Circle, the collective. We gather every Tuesday night at 7:30 via Zoom, and it is a private group, this Inner Circle collective, because these are people that are investing their time, energy, and resources to show up, to support others in their mindset work, in their own creation of their powerful personal vortexes, and being in alignment with their goals and their dreams and their joys. And this is really a space where we focus on sharing our success, sharing our ideas and our growth, and encouraging each other, feeling like we have that powerful sacred mirror back to us in the collective of people who are working hard to create the life that they want to live, because that is a daily active devotion. And sometimes it can be really hard because we have to move through our shadow. We have to move through these limiting beliefs. And so this space is really this beautiful container for group mindset coaching and building a community. So whether you're local to Fort Myers, Southwest Florida, you are part of the Ritual Wellness Space collective. If you're a member at Ritual Space, you have access to this collective for free. It's a part of your membership. If you're not a Ritual Wellness Space member, but you're interested in being a part of this network and this inner circle of people doing the damn thing, okay, we're doing the work and we're making it a vibe, you're welcome to join the Inner Circle Collective. You can drop in for $25, or you can join the membership. It's $60 to subscribe to the Inner Circle Collective a month. And in that, you also receive a free tarot reading from me, if that interests you and can support you on your journey. So I recommend that you check that out. There's more information on the Becoming Home Healing Co. website if you're interested in the Inner Circle Collective. Also an incentive to, if you've ever been interested in joining us at Ritual Wellness Space, checking out our memberships. We are a restorative wellness collective where we are growing and connecting with each other to support each other on this journey of entrepreneurship and this creative journey of creating our best lives and creating businesses that feed us and support us, rather than working and hustling and grinding for a business. So we have an open membership window right now, with a seasonal offer for new members, and all members receive access to the Inner Circle Collective for free. So something to consider, something to look into. If you're interested in connecting with us here at Ritual Wellness Space in person, we have a whole calendar full of events and gatherings that are going to be going on this beautiful December. And if it works better for you to connect with us here online, both on YouTube and on Instagram, we go live for Mindful Mondays. We shuffle some cards for the collective and tap into a quick guided imagery journey. We also have a live podcast every Wednesday night where you can connect with members of the Ritual Wellness Space collective, the members, and all the awesome businesses that are connected to us, all the amazing people with their encouraging stories of creation and success and growth. And we're just all here to co-create and support each other along the way. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. My name's Jill, and I'm so grateful for you, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. And goodbye over here. Heather, you are a queen. Thank you so much. Definitely that conversation made me think of a lot of things that you've talked about with your relationship coaching. And I was connecting and I was like, I feel like this is a message for Heather. There has to be a way. I feel like, Heather, if you're still listening, I think we need to do a Mindful Monday reading, and we should both be doing a reading. So maybe we can go live. I'm just going to propose that here. You let me know what you think about that, because I think that would be so fun. Oh, shoot. Doing active hypnosis and crocheting with golden yarn. Amazing. I love that. Okay, I'm glad you're on the same page. Great. Well, we'll be in cahoots about that. Well, my friend, I thank you so much for being here, and I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you Wednesday. I'll talk to you sooner, and I wish you the best, beautiful evening. I'll see you later. Goodbye.